9:44, everybody. Welcome back. So the dating game first aired in 1965, but it was in 1978 that a serial killer may have possibly found a victim on that popular television show.
Yeah, the upcoming film, Woman of the Hour, brings to life the story of this real-life serial killer's appearance on the dating game. And joining us this morning is one of the stars of the movie, actress and singer Kathryn Gallagher. So good morning to you, Kathryn.
Good morning.
This is really a dark film.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it follows Anna Kendrick's character, and she also our director. I love her, and it's based off the real life story of Rodney Alcala, and the film is loosely inspired by, but it's really just follows these victims of his and shows just how hard these women had to work to get the justice system to listen. And he was in and out of jail. He was widely known by the police, and it's a really beautiful film. And
Okay, we have a clip.
Yeah.
Play the clip now that we know a little backstory, and then talk about it.
And this place is a mess. I have to get unpacking. It's like such a disaster. I don't know where anything is gonna go. It's, I don't know. It's insane. But thank you so much for your help. It's very, very, very useful.
So you said you were a stewardess?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Well, I get to get groped by sweaty businessmen while putting things in the overhead, so what's not to love? But no, it is great. I mean, I get to see the world and travel for free.
Okay,
She's creepy.
yeah,
She's like, yes.
just wait till you see the movie.
Yeah, right. And you play one of the women that were on the show. Okay.
Yeah, or not one of the women that was on the show. One of the women that comes into contact with Rodney. So, Charlie is she's a flight attendant. She's at the beginning of her life. She's got big hopes, big dreams, lots of travels, and I love that moment because it really shows that moment. I mean, a woman's intuition is flawless, dare I say. But we ignore it a lot because we're so conditioned, and I think in that moment you really feel like there's always a moment where the red flags go up and you sort of, you feel like a pit in your stomach, and then you talk yourself out of it. You're like, I am being crazy. I am so dramatic. I am like a crazy woman. But it's also like, or run and save your life.
Yeah.
And I think that it's one of my favorite things about this movie is you really see how crucial it is to listen to that first gut instinct about, oh, I am in danger. And like, to listen to that.
And speaking of women,
Yes.
Anna Kendrick, like you said, directing, she stars in it. What was it like working with her?
She's the greatest. She's the greatest. She's like the smartest person I've ever met. She's kind. She's really a great communicator. I mean, her notes, I think maybe because she's an actor, the way she was able to give notes, it was like such a safe and comfortable set to try things. She was very great at explaining why she wanted each note, which I thought was really interesting. Sometimes you'll just like get told what to do, but she was always like, this is what I need and this is why, because in this shot it's gonna look like this. So it might feel weird, and I was like, thank you.
Wow.
It just is like, that makes it so much easier to do what you want. And we like finished our days early, which if you've ever done a movie, it's like, that does not happen.
Right.
And yeah, she just is funny and smart, and I just love her. And she's brilliant in the movie too. I don't know how she did it all. I'm in awe.
Juggling all those.
Yeah.
Did you like, going into it, know about this? I didn't know much about it. So
No.
that this individual, Rodney, had actually been in and out of the prison system for years for sexually assaulting minors.
Yes.
Right. So I guess like when you started reading up on it, doing your research on this story, what were your thoughts about just the justice system overall at that time? Because it kind of happens a lot today too, where there's a lot of talk right now about people
getting away.
Yeah.
I think when you watch the movie, there's part of you that's like, that was the 70s. We're so much better now. And then when you look at what's actually happening in our country, I work with the Joyful Heart Foundation, and one of our main goals is to end the rape kit backlog.
Yeah, they're great.
And when you look at, I think, there were 300,000 to 400,000 untested rape kits when we started working on it. Now there's down to 75,000, which is incredible, but still way too high of a number.
Yes, yes.
I mean, since then we have, around 100 laws have been passed to make sure that never happens again.
Right.
But the fact that with DNA testing, with all of these tools at our fingertips, we're still in a place where these survivors have the worst thing that's ever happened to them.
Yeah.
They go to the hospital, they file a complaint with the police, and it's put on a shelf.
Very
And
sad.
so you watch this movie and you think, well, that was the 70s. And it's happening, still happening.
Yeah.
And so I just think, you know, the more stories like this get told, and the more that we remind ourselves how far we have to go, the better.
That's wonderful work that you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
And it's also wonderful because you have a song in the film also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a singer, songwriter. Tell us about that.
Well, so when we filmed it, I'm like singing in the shower, and I was singing this other song that we couldn't get cleared. So about a year ago, Anna called me and she's like, hey, so I know you're a singer, and we can't clear the song that you wanted, so could you write something, like 10 seconds, some ooze? And
Really?
no, that's just me singing. I wish I wrote this song. Whew, do I wish I did. But yeah, so she asked me to write something. I woke up in the morning, I wrote the full song, and so you hear a little bit of it in the movie, and maybe you'll hear more of it soon.
On an album?
I don't know what
Okay,
you're
an
talking
EP,
about,
Okay.
but maybe something like really within the next, you know, I just think October is a great time to listen to new music.
Yes.
If you were to listen to anything.
I'm liking these Easter eggs.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
You're
bring it
dropping
Who
around.
knows?
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Follow Kathryn Gallagher to find out what's going on.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
such a bright light. Thank you so
thank
much
you
for
so
coming and
much.
spending time with us.
Such
this
a
morning.
pleasure.
What day or week should we look for if we're just listening
If it
to music?
would
I'm always
just
looking.
happen to
Well,
drop.
the movie comes out on October 18th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should always look. I think it's a good day to look for music.
I think
Yes.
so too.
Yeah, right.
If you wanted
Right.
to.
A
Right.
movie and music.
A movie and music, it's a great duo.
Yeah, perfect. Catherine,
Thank
great
you.
stuff.